for this story. Well, after months of pretty much being closed, the state capitol reopened today to large crowds of protesters. Lawmakers went into special session to vote on a number of bills, including police reform, and that drew a huge crowd of police officers. Chief Capitol reporter Susan Raff is live at the state capitol for us this afternoon. And Susan, was this a peaceful protest?
Erin, it really was, from what we could see, and there were thousands of law enforcement here today. Things have quieted down a little bit, but at one point, this entire parking lot was filled with people, and we were not able to see any problems or any issues. Again, most of those who came here today were law enforcement and their supporters, and they're concerned about being sued and then having to pay for it out of their own pockets.
Back up, blue! Back up, blue!
Thousands of police officers marched around the state capitol. Their message to lawmakers:
this bill has got to be defeated. This eliminating qualified immunity, as I said before, and it's going to eliminate people wanting to be candidates, good candidates for our police force.
They're fighting a bill which deals with qualified immunity, which gives police officers some protection from being sued. The House Speaker says the bill is a compromise to make police more accountable.
Our intention is not to pick a winner or a loser, but at least in the state action, allow for an aggrieved individual that has suffered an egregious crime that resulted in an injury to get to the discovery process.
If a town felt they had a problem officer, it would be reviewed by POST, a regulatory board which could decertify the officer. That means the case could go to court, and the officer or the town could be responsible for damages.
The training needs to be changed and expanded. The accountability needs to be changed and expanded. But we certainly do not want to take away the ability for police to do the job that they do in protecting us and keeping us safe every day.
The Republican House leader says there are officers who should be removed, but feels stripping away immunity from all is not the answer. Among the crowd, calls for more police accountability.
And I know the good police are good. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to risk their livelihood. But the bad police, the ones that get to slip by, that don't have to go to court, who don't have to be prosecuted because the system is in their favor. We get rid of qualified immunity, there's an increased scrutiny on what they do.
This could be a very lengthy debate here in the House chamber at the state capitol. Lawmakers are taking up other issues, including absentee ballots, and expanding those so that more people would be able to vote in the November election. That is also controversial. And coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, the challenges on voting on some of these bills and COVID and some of the new rules that are now in place. We are live at the state capitol in Hartford. Susan Raff, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.